So you guys can all read the title of today's video. We're still going to talk about some baseball, but unfortunately there are some horrible people out there, and the comments that they choose to make because a player made an error that cost the Cleveland baseball team a W in April. It's not even September, and even if it was, these comments are absolutely disgusting. We're going to talk about them, and if you support them, I would just ask that you hit that unsubscribe button, unfollow me on everything because we don't want you here. We'll go ahead and dissect that in just a few seconds. If this is your first time on the channel, do not be afraid to hit that subscribe button because we talk about baseball every single day. Now, I want to show the MLB Power Rankings. They posted this to Twitter this morning and they are getting roasted because they put the Yankees at the number 3 spot. Now, I understand the Yankees are going to be a top 5 team for the rest of the year, but for the first 2 weeks of the season, they have not been a top 5 team. So to put them at number 3 is just laughable. Where are the Reds? They're 7-3. Where are the Angels? I don't understand how you could put the Yankees over both of those teams, but you know what? MLB is weird sometimes, and we've all talked about it. So let's go ahead and talk about that White Sox versus Cleveland game. The White Sox were able to beat the Indians 4-3. Now, Adam Eaton did have 3 RBIs, and then some 9th inning magic came into play as the White Sox were able to steal a victory. So at this point, we understand that baseball is fine and dandy, but this is secondary once people start coming after Yu-Chang, because obviously the White Sox, they pretty much won because of the error caused by first baseman Yu-Chang. And after the game, he opened up Instagram and he had a slew of Asian hate messages. And again, I just want to reiterate this right now. If you think that's funny, if you think that's okay to do, I'm not going to show any of the comments, but believe me, you don't want to see them because they're that bad. If you are anti anyone, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Please go ahead and hit that unfollow because we don't promote hatred on this channel. And if you think it's even funny or humorous, again, you're part of that group. We don't want you here. Deuces. I'm not sure if I'm going to put this in the title or not because Anthony Rendon is going on the 10-day IL with a groin injury. I'm just speaking from experience. When I had a groin injury in high school, it was horrible. So they say he's going to be out for the next 10 days, but it could be a little bit longer. The Angels played really well yesterday regardless. They won 10-3 against the Kansas City Royals. Poor Brady Singer. He goes 5 solid innings, only allows 1 earned run. But then the bullpen implodes as Shohei Ohtani hit a baseball almost 120 miles an hour. This one marked at 119, so that is the fastest hit in all of baseball to start 2021. And then Mike Trout hits a 2-run home run, so that is 10 consecutive games in which the Angels offense has hit a home run. That's why I said in the intro, they should be in the top 5 power rankings over the Yankees. It makes absolutely no sense. Alex Cobb did not have the best start, but I do want to say he has 17 strikeouts in 11 innings. So maybe Alex Cobb can be a solid 3 or 4 starter. Maybe he can get a little bit of a resurgent year. Maybe they call up Joe Adele and he performs like Joe Adele is supposed to perform, an MVP caliber player, but who knows? The Angels, even though they're starting off really hot, they still have a lot of question marks that have to be answered. Another injury I want to talk about, some of you might have never heard of this guy before, and that's okay because he plays for the Rangers, and when you're a relief pitcher for the Rangers, you're not going to get talked about a lot. Jonathan Hernandez is going to be out for the rest of the year with Tommy John surgery. This comes 2 weeks after Jose Leclerc, probably their best relief pitcher, went down with the same injury. Jonathan Hernandez was a breakout star in 2020 with a 2.9 ERA, and unfortunately, to add insult to injury, the Rangers lost yesterday, but that was because Tyler Glasnow is not from planet Earth. When he is on top of his game, like I've said in the past, he can be a Cy Young caliber player. He just has to hit his spots a little bit more consistent and not walk anyone, and that's what he's doing. Through 19 and 2 innings pitched, he has a .46 ERA and a 29-3 strikeout to walk ratio. That included 14 strikeouts in yesterday's start. Now, I do want to talk about Dane Dunning, the starter for the Texas Rangers. In 9 innings so far in his debut starts for the Rangers after being traded for Lance Lynn, he has 1 earned run in those 9 innings, so I believe that he's going to be very solid. So kind of a boring game. Willy Adames was able to save the Tampa Bay Rays yesterday. But wow, Tyler Glasnow, this could be the year in which he wins his Cy Young. I told you guys in the past that I thought he was a little bit overhyped because his mechanics and his off-speed were not intact, but now it seems like all of those are a thing of the past. Another injury that I want to talk about, but this one happened in 2020. It revolves around Jed Lowry, a former member of the New York Mets. He is raking in 2021. Now, let's talk about the game real quick because Madison Bumgarner has 47 earned runs in 55 innings as a member of the Diamondbacks. That is horrible. He gave up 6 yesterday as Jed Lowry drove in 3 RBIs. Matt Chapman, his His home run was able to power Chris Bassett's pretty good start. And Jed Lowry is kind of like the main man in Oakland right now. His OPS plus is crazy. He's got 8 RBIs already on the season. And this was just a few months after every single Mets fan was telling me that Jed Lowry was washed up. Well, he's playing really well. And I think the reason why is because his knee is fixed. The Mets were not allowing him to get knee surgery. They said, if you go get surgery, we will file a grievance against you. So he leaves the Mets, he gets the surgery, and now he is raking with the Oakland Athletics. So it's just one of those Mets baseball moments where something always seems to go wrong for the Mets franchise, and it looks like not allowing Jed Lowry to get knee surgery might have been one of those moments. But good for the A's. They started off winless in their first 6 games, and I think they're 4-7 now, so good for them. Another team that got shut out, just like the Rangers, the San Francisco Giants. Man, Wade Miley and TJ Antone were electric yesterday. Both combined to only allow 2 hits. I mean, TJ Antone did not allow a single hit. He was really good. Jesse Winker hit a home run in the first few innings, and then Joey Votto sprinkled in a little insurance run. I'm hoping that we can get a good, solid 750 to 800 OPS season from Joey Votto because he is getting up there in age. But the Reds improved to 7-3 again because they've been so good through 10 games. I believe they should have been ranked ahead of the Yankees in that power rankings, but I guess that's a different story for a different day. Speaking of the Yankees, Kyle Higashiyoka deserves dinner paid for the next month by every member of the New York Yankees. He hit 2 home runs and drove in 3 RBIs as the Yankees win 3-1. So he was their offense yesterday. Garrett Cole was really good. 1 earned run in that last start. He now has a 1.47 ERA and 29 strikeouts in 18 innings. The Blue Jays have now lost 5 of their last 6 games. Are we worried about the Blue Jays, or is it just one of those early season moments where it's going to happen? You're going to scuffle every now and then because the Yankees for a few days were not playing good baseball, so these are just early season jitters. It'll be fine. I don't know about you guys, but I think that Ronald Acuna Jr. might be the most exciting player in baseball. Like, maybe this is a prisoner of the moment mentality because Fernando Tatis Jr. is out with an injury, but my God, Ozzie Albies owes Ronald Acuna Jr. some dinner as well because he scored on a sac fly to second base. Now, I know Jazz Chisholm was he caught this on the run, so his momentum was going away from home plate, but I cannot believe that Ronald Acuna Jr. actually scored on this. I believe that Fernando Tatis Jr. was one of the first guys to start doing this, to score on infield pop-ups, so there are so many young, exciting guys, including Huascar Ynoa of the Braves. He goes 6 innings, only allows 1 earned run, and has 10 strikeouts. That is 1 earned run in 12 2021 innings, but the Marlins, good for them. I'm going to give them a round of applause. They are able to storm back in the later innings and take a W in extras as Garrett Cooper drives in 3 RBIs. That's how good Ronald Acuna Jr. is. Even when the Braves lose, he's kind of the biggest talking point. Speaking of talking points, someone that we've been on the entire year, Akil Baddoo does it again. So the Tigers offense erupts for 3 home runs in the first 5 innings yesterday. They had back-to-back from Renato Nunez and, of course, the man of the hour, Akil Baddoo with the 450-foot home run. Even Zach Greinke was impressed by this shot. He had 2 RBIs on the day. And I do also have to mention that the Tigers are better when Miguel Cabrera is not playing. I hate to say it because growing up, he was the most fearsome hitter of my lifetime because I was a Cleveland fan. Every time that we faced the Tigers, Miggy was hitting 2 home runs. But Renato Nunez at this point in his career is better than Miguel Cabrera at this point in his career. If you disagree with that, I understand you might be biased because Miggy is one of the most likable players in baseball, but I have to say he is not the guy anymore. Renato Nunez is better than Miggy. Casey Mize and Baddoo, they are speeding up that rebuild in Detroit along with AJ Hinch, just really making good decisions. Casey Mize goes 7 innings, only allows 4 hits, 0 earned runs. He has a .82 ERA in his first 2 starts, and that came against Minnesota and Houston, 2 teams that, according to MLB, are in the top 5 in power rankings. So to do that against 2 juggernaut offenses, hats off to Casey Mize, hats off to Akil Baddoo. Again, they're speeding up the process. Riley Green is not even in the big leagues yet. Spencer Torkelson is on the way. The Tigers are ahead of schedule. Will Myers has been so good over the last, let's say, 80 games ever since 2020 started. I thought that he was kind of a bust after he started off that rookie season in Tampa Bay. And ever since he joined San Diego, he's kind of recaptured that magic. He drives in 5 RBIs. Again, he's proven the haters wrong. I didn't think that he was going to be as good in 2021, but so far he's been better. Yu Darvish turns in a typical start, 7 innings, only 1 earned run. Hopefully he can carry this into the next few starts. The Padres beat the Pirates 6-2. Again, it's the Pirates. They're 3-7. They're not a great team, so maybe that's one you have to chalk up to. You're playing Pittsburgh. And then the final 2 games I want to talk about, the Brewers beat up the Cubs 6-3. Freddie Peralta now gives the Brewers a scary 3-headed pitching monster with Corbin Burns, Brandon Woodruff, and Freddie Peralta. Chris Bryant and Javier Baez, they've actually had some pretty good starts offensively to 2021, but Peralta was way too good. 6 innings, 1 earned run, and 10 strikeouts. Luis Urias, he hits a go-ahead double or something like that, 3 RBIs. He gives the Brewers a W as the Cubs keep on losing. And then the last game, the Nationals beat the Cardinals 5-2. Soto starts off the game with an RBI, and then Kyle Schwarber makes his debut, makes an immediate impact by driving in a run as the Nationals pitching staff limits the Cardinals to 2 runs. And also one more note I do want to make about the Washington Nationals, Andrew Stevenson. He might not be a big power guy, but he has a 163 OPS plus in his last 90 bats. That'll play. All right, everyone. Well, that does it for today's MLB recap. Thank you all so much for watching. If you did enjoy, please leave a like and do not forget to hit that subscribe button. Again, the main objective for the rest of 2021 is just be a good person. If Gary Sanchez goes 0 for 7 with 7 strikeouts, do not hop onto social media and start spewing out derogatory remarks. It makes you look bad. They're going to screenshot it. You're going to ruin your life by just being a horrible person. So be the opposite. Be a good person. Treat others the way that you want to be treated. And that's it. Thank you all so much for watching. Peace out.